Are you in bed?
No, I'm not in bed. I'm on my couch, but I put a sheet over it like a true Italian because it's white.
Oh, you don't want to get it. Oh, yeah, you can't mess that up.
If I have guests over, I take the sheet off.
If you trust them.
Well, have you ever had a guest come in and you're like, I might have to put the sheet on.
You take the sheet off, you look them up and down and put the sheet back on?
Let me get a bigger sheet.
I will be honest with my OCD and stuff. I do want to keep the sheet on when others come, but I take it off.
Wow. Is it a little unsettling though too? Like
100% unsettling. No, the whole time I'm like twitching slightly.
Yeah, some guy with like dirty jeans on.
Ew! On my white
I don't
couch.
actually wash my jeans. I put them in the freezer.
Yeah, surrendering that part. You don't have to wash jeans, right? Like salvage denim. You put them in the freezer. Except I get shit on my pants all the time from just
I'm shitting my pants.
The freezer trick does not work, okay?
There's actual shit on your pants.
Yeah, all right. Well, fine. All right, you guys got me there.
Yeah, but like when you put them in the freezer, then you just like chip the, mustard off with an ice pick.
You're chipping your shit jeans.
Blair, I don't know what to tell you. Otherwise, your jeans are just gonna. Your jeans aren't gonna be fucking rigid. I don't know what the people who are like, I never wash my jeans. That fucks up the
jeans.
That fucks up the feeling
after a while.
I like jeans after they've been washed. They're like softer.
I don't want a hard,
hard
sausage
jean.
casing jean. Like I need a loose jean.
Oh, yeah. I think also too, like that's for people who buy like nice ass like denim. Like that's what I always hear from. It's like, well, Japanese salvage.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
Japanese
I'm Japanese
denim.
and I'm not. I don't have time for this. I need to wash these shits because I shit them all the time.
Because you can't stop with your shit jeans.
I like my jeans to stand up straight after I step out of them.
That's it, exactly. I need to put the counter ad out to the American Eagle one where I got shitty jeans.
You should do that.
I get up from the white backdrop and just poo smear underneath.
Jeans are passed down from generation to generation.
I got my shitty jeans from my shitty dad.
My jeans suck shit.
My jeans stink like shit because I have shitty jeans and a great body.
This is an iHeart podcast.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paula Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians, artists, and activists to bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
The Moment is a space for the conversations we've been having as father and daughter for years.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paula Ramos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I just normally do straight stand-up, but this is a bit different.
What do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? Answer, a new podcast called Wisecrack, where a comedian finds himself at the center of a chilling true crime story.
Does anyone know what show they've come to see? It's a story. It's about the scariest night of my life.
This is Wisecrack, available now. Listen to Wisecrack on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On a cold January day in 1995, 18-year-old Krista Pike killed 19-year-old Colleen Slemmer in the woods of Knoxville, Tennessee. Since her conviction, Krista has been sitting on death row. How does someone prove that they deserve to live?
We are starting the recording now. Please state your first and last name.
Krista Pike.
Listen to Unrestorable Season 2, Proof of Life, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When news broke earlier this year that baby KJ, a newborn in Philadelphia, had successfully received the world's first personalized gene editing treatment, it represented a milestone for both researchers and patients. But there's a gripping tale of discovery behind this accomplishment and its creators. I'm Evan Ratliff, and together with biographer Walter Isaacson, we're delving into the story of Nobel Prize winner Jennifer Doudna, the woman who's helped change the trajectory of humanity. Listen to On CRISPR, the story of Jennifer Doudna with Walter Isaacson on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, the internet, and welcome to season 405, episode 4 of Daily Zeitgeist. It was a production of iHeartRadio. I tried to do my butter voice there. Get real, voice, get up there, but I don't think I'm quite there. This is a podcast where we take a deep dive into America's shared consciousness. It's nasty in here. It's Thursday, September 11th, 2025. Never forget. Happy 9/11 to you.
September 11th?
Yeah.
Dude, 9/11, dude. It's Patriot Day and National Day of Service and Remembrance. It's National Make Your Bed Day. It's National School Picture Day. It's National Hot Cross Buns Day. Wait, I just love that. Hot Cross Buns Day is on 9/11.
Fucking read the room, National Hot Cross Buns Day.
No, I think...
You think it preceded?
Yeah. It had to have been.
And then they didn't change it? They were just like,
we were here first,
We were here first, man.
Whatever the Saudis decide to do, that's on them.
That's right.
We are Hot Cross Buns Day through and through.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what a hot cross bun was, to be honest. Have you ate a hot cross bun?
I just know it from learning the recorder as a child.
Isn't it the same as Three Blind Mice?
And sorry, Justin, you're going to have to change that because we're going to get a takedown notice from Hot Cross Buns.
Yeah. Catherine in with the Christian thing. Yes, it's an Easter thing. Yes, what I traditionally eaten at the end of Lent.
So we'll all look forward to that.
So it's just fucking a cross in the bread? Dude, get out of here, man.
Yeah, they just do a little cross on the top of the bun.
Christians, you got to come up with more fun shit than a bun with a plus sign on it. You know what I mean? An AI.
I think that was just history. I think it was just at a time when we didn't have shit. We just they were like, and this is the day that you get your
hot cross
sweet buns. Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
You'll
mother.
be looking forward to this for 40 days of starvation during Lent.
Yeah. I've been abstaining from buns for 40 days, mother. May I have my hot cross bun now that Lent has ceased?
Yes. My name's Jack O'Brien, a.k.a. Potatoes O'Brien, and I'm thrilled to be joined, as always, by my co-host, Mr. Miles Gray!
It's Miles Gray, a.k.a. What would you do to get the tune? What would you press? Record plus play? Would you give up or try again? If you miss a song today, could you persist and call the DJ? Tell all your boys that's your close. If you miss again, or keep it going, or play it off like it's a game. Oh, first you don't record. Dust off the boombox and try again. Dust it off and try again. Shout out to New Chris. I kind of fucked that up, but look, I was too in my Aaliyah zone.
It's been
really
a long
get
time
the syllables right
since you heard that song.
Actually, not a long time since I yesterday.
It hadn't been a long time since they left you?
No, so I have no excuses.
Without a dope beat to step two, step two. Miles was thrilled to be joined in our third seat by one of the very faces on Mount Zeitmore, a TDZ Hall of Famer, brilliant stand-up comedian, from MTV, Comedy Central, NBC, True TV,
Say them all.
Exclamation point. Heard her on Bob's Burgers. Her hour special live from the Big Dog is amazing. Please welcome back to the show, the brilliant, the hilarious Blair Saki.
Blair. Oh, what's up, Zeit Gang? What are we getting into today?
What are we getting into on this 9/11?
Wow, 9/11, honey. Okay, let's remember. Let's converge. Hot cross buns. I didn't think I could talk then because I hadn't been introduced, but hot cross buns.
You can always talk.
Oh, yeah. What's your experience with hot cross buns?
I don't know shit about hot cross buns, but I can say I do find the name intriguing. That's a good selling point. If I hear hot cross buns, I think, I want to check that out.
And they are all about selling. I mean, the song goes, hot cross buns, 1
See
a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. See how they run.
Three blind mice. Sorry, I'm mixing up all my
that was the
recorder
remix,
tunes,
bro.
Yeah. I think
love
it's
the remix.
hot. It's the term "hot" that makes you go, If you say, "Hey, I got cross buns," you're like, "What the fuck is that, bro?" I got hot cross buns. Oh,
when
hot?
you hear buns and cross together and hot, not a lot.
And I went to a Catholic high
not
school.
Enough. Not
and I went to
enough.
Catholic school for years, baby. I was in that CCD. I was trying to learn.
CCD! Shout out CCD! Shout out 9/11!
The devil was trying to chase me down, and I never heard a word about hot cross buns, okay?
Where were you on 9/11? Do you remember?
I do. I remember exactly.
Your child. Baby.
Yeah.
Baby.
Actually, my mom was driving me to detention early in.
Wait, you had early morning detention?
Early morning detention before school. My mom was driving me to detention. I forgot what I did. Probably popped off at a physics teacher or something.
Mm-hmm.
And or
by
was
saying
just...
something bad is gonna happen. Nobody will listen to me. America's not ready.
And then my mom, I still has a nasty habit of listening to AM radio, which I still loathe. Like the sound truly is horrible in my physiological body, abhorrent. But and they were explaining that a plane had driven into the tower, and it was like at that time, and it was so early in the morning, and we were like confused. We were like, was it an accident or something? And it was like right as it happened until like, hours later, they were like, oh, it's a terrorist attack.
Right. Yeah.
I remember you were reading that book to the children when somebody came up and told you about it.
What?
Yeah. Miles, you were in high school?
I was a junior in high school that year. Yeah. And I just remember I watched on Good Day LA, the Fox morning news show that
Did
I would watch.
They roll in the TV, or you were at a point where every classroom had TVs?
Because at that point I didn't have to get to school till like 7:45.
Oh, right.
In
on the
school.
West Coast, it happens super early.
Yeah. So I woke up. I'm eating my fucking like
to 9/11.
Yeah, I'm like I remember because I made my own little breakfast burrito in the microwave. I went back to my room to like just put the morning news on and like put my uniform, get ready for school and shit.
Damn, you watched the morning news like a fucking adult.
Well, no, Good Day LA was like a joke morning. Like they're like goofy. You know what I mean? Like they were having fun. So it wasn't like, it's still the news, but it was still them like fucking around.
Oh yeah, wasn't my girl Jillian Barbary on there?
Jillian Barbary, you know what I mean?
My mom used to love Good Day LA. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. She was so hot when I was a child. I thought she was so hot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I remember she went through a few name changes. I remember she got married. That was like a whole thing. I was like, wait, what happened to Jillian Barbary? Anyway. What a show. But anyway, and then I went to school, and then I remember my AP US history teacher said, guys, the world is going to be completely different after today, just so you know. And I was like, you're just saying that because you're a history teacher.
He was way off. Yeah, that was crazy. Did you guys watch it at school? Or they like just kind of tried to keep it moving?
I look back on and think is really weird. Like we watched it all day at school, and I'm like, was that good for us? Yeah, like that. Like we were just in school watching it in every class for the whole day.
At ours, it was like a very briefly, like it was on the TVs, and then like once the towers were down, they're like, all right, enough of this. And then they had like a school, like a all hands meeting in the gym about it. And then I remember I called my mom because then a bunch of kids started leaving school, like because their parents were like, who knows what the fuck is going to happen. And I had a speaking of physics, I had a fucking physics test that day. I told my mom, like, you need to pick me up, bro, because I did not study for this shit.
I'm not in the right frame of mind to take this
I straight up was like, Mom, I will fucking fail. And she's like, did you know you had the test? I'm like, yes. I do. Yes.
I kind of had a feeling something was going to happen today. And so I was just like, I don't know. I was all over the place, Mom.
Exactly.
All right. Anyways, moving along to this 9/11.
Ah, yes.
2025. Mm-hmm. Blair, we're going to get to know you a little bit better in a moment.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're very excited.
We're on the fence.
We appreciate you letting us get to know you. First, we're going to tell the listeners a couple of things we're talking about. We're going to talk about two sides of the class war. We've got Cuomo gathering landlords and developers to plot against Mamdani. And then we've got Zohran Mamdani taking on FIFA's dynamic pricing when it comes to the price of tickets for the FIFA World Cup. Basically, they're like, we can charge you whatever the fuck we want. We're doing Uber prices, baby.
It's a crime syndicate. FIFA is a crime syndicate.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the Conjuring franchise, #1 at the box office, and just the background of that show and where it seems to be headed, that movie, because this is supposed to be the last one. But we don't think it is. All of that, plenty more. But first, Blair, we do like to ask our guest, what is something from your search history that's revealing about who you are?
Wow, that's so kind of you to ask, Jack.
Oh my God, you're so grateful.
Funny that you bring that up, because my actual last Google search was, what is the newest research about octopuses being sentient? And so then I got on a deep dive on that, and I will be publishing a Substack later today with
on your findings.
On some of it, yeah.
Yeah. Do you like eating octopus?
I was raised on it my whole life.
Sorry, Blair is housing octopus right now. Everybody who's not watching the video, just
there's
alive
ink all over her face,
still moving.
No, it's something I've come to that's all very sad, confusing, sort of reckoning that I have to be honest with myself about, because I come from a diving family, so I've eaten it my whole life quite a bit. And
diving, not like competitive pool diving, but
no,
like
diving in the ocean, like
catching
lobster
octopus.
diving,
Yeah,
spearfishing, all that. No, actually, Jack, I'm very sorry to correct you, but the correct nomenclature at this time has been changed back to octopuses, not like octopi, like when we were taught when we were young.
Well, I'll just correct both of you. I said catching octopus, like
I said octopi.
General, like catching fish instead of fishes. So you're both wrong. And,
no, I can see where you were going with that one.
Is fishes a word?
No.
I mean, fishes in terms of the present tense.
Yeah.
Verb.
Look, man, I got a lot of table. It's 9/11, all right?
You're right. You're right.
You got to give me a break.
But you can't blame it all on 9/11, Jack.
Can't blame it all on 9/11, but it certainly didn't help, Miles.
Wait, so then so now you're a little bit, because I feel the same way, because every time you see a documentary or something about an octopus, you're like, oh my God, they know
too
we're
much.
here to communicate with us.
Apparently they're sentient and they can recognize faces. They're extremely intelligent. They can edit their own RNA,
social.
Which is the precursor to editing their own DNA. And so, like, you know, there's all this new research coming out about it. And it's basically, to me, I'm like, oh my God, it's like eating a dog. And I just don't feel like it's ethical, even though, you know, I eat cows, which I do feel guilty about every day as well, even though I don't foresee stopping.
But you're an athletic specimen. You got to pack in the protein.
Thank you. I am a carnivore, but I'm making an executive decision, I think, to stop eating octopus going forward.
Yeah, octopus is so prevalent in like Japanese food too, that like I was raised eating like takoyaki, which is like the octopus ball thing, or like taco wasa, which is like wasabi root with like raw octopus. It's like a really good little side thing. And every time I like see that, it is just sort of like, oh fuck. But then
I've noticed a stirring of guilt inside me like the last year or so. And, you know, I am very, very addicted to TikTok. So I'm really intaking a lot of info at all times.
Good.
And so I just had to make the decision.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, they sound more advanced than like the DNA, RNA.
Yeah.
Like that sounds, I've tried that before. It hasn't totally worked out. The ability to edit my own DNA and RNA just with sheer tyranny of will. So that's pretty impressive. They don't live long lives. I've long had this theory that octopuses would be way more advanced if like they would run the globe and be like waging wars or not, you know, just being cool. But like we would work for octopuses if they just had longer lifespans.
Well, there also have been discovering new species and are saying that there are many other octopus species that we haven't even discovered yet. Damn. And that they are possibly linked to our own evolutionary
like
whatever.
We're all octopuses.
Maybe, I don't know. Or extraterrestrial. Right. We'll see.
Yeah.
At the risk of the Zeitgeist listeners thinking I'm a total quack.
Yeah. They would never.
No, you're goated.
With the sauce. Like
I have some odd special. I only found out I'm autistic 6 months ago, but it explains a lot. Like, I mean, I like my whole life really makes sense now. Like, I'm like, I complain how I have so much stuff to do, and then I spent like all morning like just researching about octopus. Why? I don't know.
No, hey, that's the info you needed.
That's what I needed, I guess.
What is something that you think is underrated?
Underrated. Look, I could catch some heat for this, but look, I'm no stranger to that, huh? I'm a truth teller, baby.
You're
underrated.
SoCal lady.
I'm gonna have to go Lady Gaga. Absolutely, 17 years.
Fucking stupid.
I know. It's so controversial, but Lady Gaga, 17 years in, and she's still at the top of her game. Never stopped innovating once.
Shit.
I just love her so much, and many people say, how can she be underrated? But I still think she is because the level that she's at, no one's there. She's incredible. She's an all-time generational talent, and I'm so proud of her. And I love watching her. Incredible VMA appearance, just her new music, incredible. And I'm gonna go see her on tour. I love her.
Blair's our number one VMA correspondent. Can you tell us what happened to the VMAs with Lady Gaga?
What did she do?
She just came out with her new song and, of course, had incredible, camp goth production value and just so impressive. And everyone was talking about Tate McRae. And look, I'm proud of you, Tate McRae. I love to see the young guns coming in doing great. Yeah. But for Lady Gaga to be 17 years in and just absolutely fucking still hammering, it just gets me pumped.
Such a jock way to describe Lady Gaga.
It just gets
fucking pounding the zone, dude.
Oh, dog. I mean, I'm proud. So yeah, that's what I think is underrated and people should probably give a look to.
Yeah.
Is that the song that she performed? I saw that Tim Burton directed her latest music video. Is that what that's for? Damn.
Now we're talking.
Know.
That guy's twisted.
I'm not sure, but I feel like her whole vibe right now is very goth Tim Burton.
Yeah, I mean, that makes Dead Dance, I think, is the video that he directed.
It's so good. And then, she did a cameo in Wednesday, which I also feel is a very well done show. I can't imagine that Miles or Jack have taken the time to watch it, but
Wednesday? I've only seen the
with
first
Jenna
season.
Ortega. It's a show that I really love. So, and she had a cameo in it at the end of the season, which was just so excellent and incredible. And she made a song for it. Yeah,
we're an Addams family in this household. In this household, we
perfect.
still ride
Wednesday,
for the Addams family.
Jack.
We haven't broken into Wednesday yet, but it's probably coming.
Oh, it's excellent. Very well done.
Yeah. What is something, Blair, that you think is overrated?
Thank you for asking, Jack. It's going to have to be Labubu's. I don't want a stuffed animal attached to my purse. Stop it. I'm not falling victim to your Beanie Baby ass craze reboot. Okay? I don't like reboots in general, and I don't give a shit about Labubu's, and I think they're weird, even though I love stuffed animals. So
there you go.
It doesn't make sense.
Oh, you love stuffed animals?
Yeah, in the privacy of my own goddamn cave. I'm not walking around.
Oh, wait, hold on. Wait,
stuffed
Blair,
animal cave?
You really fuck with stuffed animals like that?
No, okay. If I'm going to be, I've already revealed so much on this show over the last decade. I have one weighted, 6-pound bear that is sort of like a weighted blanket that I sleep with. And then I have one stuffed animal from my childhood named Gorilli that I have recently brought from my parents' house up to here because it was a thing with me and my brother. So that's a little comfort thing. So at current moment, I have 2 in my home.
Okay. I thought you were low-key, you really into stuffies and shit.
Yeah.
No, Miles, that'd be freaky, okay? Just because I research octopuses for several hours doesn't mean I have some...
Not freaking to me at all.
Doesn't have I'm some freak adult stuffy house, a freaky ass.
Camera turns around and just a room full of stuffed animals just watching Blair.
She has them all set up it looks like a comedy club audience.
They're all have drinks and food in there.
Little flickering candles.
That would actually be really funny to do a special to that. Maybe I should do that. I'll credit you.
Really fun.
I'll give you a writing credit.
You don't even have to. Just invite us. That's all.
Okay.
Well, but we would have to hide behind...
Is
this a life size?
You'd have to be inside stage.
Okay, that's fine.
Backstage. Yeah.
I'll wait in the wings going with my hands clutched together. Going, yes, Blair, you're doing it. You're doing it.
I'd be put in a hospital if I did that, probably. Oh my God.
Wait, do you have contemporaries that are fucking with Labubus?
Oh, yeah, a lot of them. And actually,
really?
A few of my favorite people, so no shade to them if they listen to this. I support you in your freaky ass endeavors. But I think they're weird and I would never participate no matter what.
And they should be ashamed of themselves. The weighted stuffed bear that kind of acts as a weighted blanket, does it lay on you face down or face up?
Oh my God, Jack!
I'm just trying to picture
what are you getting at here.
Jack, what kind
I'm trying to picture.
God,
What kind
Jack,
of podcast is
Jack,
this?
what kind of perverted ass question was that?
They're like it face down or face up. Yo.
Which way my weighted up bear is facing? I don't know.
I'm just like picturing a bear like laying face down, lifeless.
He's probably asking, is it north to south? What are we talking? Where the head at?
I mean.
It's on my chest usually, or in my I'm cradling it. You know,
but a 6 pound. I feel like that's like I get a blanket because that weight is distributed pretty evenly.
Right. That's just
but, like,
I'm trying
just
to
having
like get
one
an image
point of contact of like,
I
or is
just
it
put
big
it on
enough?
my chest, and it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
When I'm snuggling, watching
I wasn't
TV
trying
or
to make
going
it
to
horny.
bed.
I was just trying to like get a sense
I
of
know.
like where.
I was just joking.
That's where Jack's particular things come out too.
I
Like,
was
how is
just
it
having
oriented?
a laugh with you.
I
Come
was just having a
on.
laugh.
He's nervously texting me right now, Blair. He's saying,
Blair
"Did I
mad at
fuck
me?
this up? Did I fuck this up?
Is Blair mad at me? Do you
Cut
think?
this out. Cut this out.
Cut this out. Cut this out. Why are you texting me this?"
I just think it's a funny visual image. A bear lying either face down on top of you or face up on top of you.
I know.
That's just me.
You have no idea how
I guess
weird
I'm
it
a weirdo.
The face to face is like you're hugging the bear.
That
You know
makes
what I mean?
sense. Yeah, yeah.
And then outwardly also feels more like a display hug. You know what I mean? And you
That's
tell the
cute.
bear, "I'm finna grab you by the waist."
Yeah. Does it say that sometimes?
It doesn't speak if you can believe it.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I don't know.
Just
I don't know
checking.
what your money's on, but
actually, just a nervous system tool that's kind of cozy.
yeah, help your limbic system out. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. Calm down that amygdala.
exactly.
You know?
You
That
know what I
amygdala
mean?
be firing. Gotta calm
Yo,
it down.
shout out Tara Brock.
Why does it make me laugh so hard every time you bring up Tara
You
Brock?
got to bring up Tara the God. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? If we're not doing rain, what's it all about, baby? What's it all about? How are we going to navigate these emotional trials and tribulations?
I love when you bring up
Jack, you know about this?
No,
You
I
heard
don't know
this?
about this at all.
Recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. It's
Who's
Tara
Tara
Brock's
Brock?
like this like therapist, spiritual woman who like broadcasts, I think from like DC, Virginia, Maryland area, somewhere in the DMV. But like my dad, I remember he's like, "I've been listening to this Tara Brock lady. Her voice is so soothing." And she just has like these like sort of long form talks about like, you know, our emotions and things like that.
Yeah, she's a meditation teacher, and her voice is like just very like almost hypnotizing, relaxing.
It's like the goated NPR voice.
Right.
It's
Gets
like
in the
so
amygdala and takes a little
Just like
walk
mine.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If we go on goated NPR voices, it's Tara Brock, Terry Gross, Blair Saki.
When I used to lead some online breathwork classes, I'd always be like, I wonder how this
What the vibes like?
is sounding for them.
Are you doing how would you do it? Are you doing really soft? Are you projecting? Is it more like ASMR?
I can't remember.
Give us a sample.
No, I can't. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's so long ago.
I just need to breathe in.
Sometimes people will come up to me and be at the show and be like, "I took one of your breathwork classes," and I'm always like, "Wow, that's so weird." Like,
after you do stand up?
yeah, like I mean, like, wow, you've seen so many different
True
sides
fans.
of me. Yeah,
hell
Cross genre. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We love
Have you
your
hit
work.
the Blair Saki triple crown?
That's right.
Oh, very weird, Carl.
Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paula Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians.
I would be the first immigrant mayor in generations, but 40% of New Yorkers were born outside of this country.
Artists and activists. I mean, do you ever feel demoralized?
I might personally lose hope. This individual might lose the faith, but there's an institution that doesn't lose faith. And that's what I've believed in.
To bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
There's not a single day that Paula and I don't call or text each other, sharing news and thoughts about what's happening in the country. This new podcast will be a way to make that ongoing intergenerational conversation public.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paula Ramos as part of the My Cultura podcast network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When news broke earlier this year that baby KJ, a newborn in Philadelphia, had successfully received the world's first personalized gene editing treatment, it represented a milestone for both researchers and patients. But there's a gripping tale of discovery behind this accomplishment and its creators. I'm Evan Ratliff, and together with biographer Walter Isaacson, we're delving into the story of Nobel Prize winner Jennifer Doudna, the woman who's helped change the trajectory of humanity. Listen to On CRISPR, the story of Jennifer Doudna with Walter Isaacson on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
My name is Ed. Everyone say hello, Ed. I'm from a very rural background myself. My dad is a farmer, and my mum is a cousin, so it's not like...
What do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? I know it sounds like the start of a bad joke, but that really was my reality 9 years ago.
I just normally do straight stand-up, but this is a bit different.
On stage stood a comedian with a story that no one expected to hear.
On the 22nd of July 2015, a 23-year-old man had killed his family. And then he came to my house.
So what do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? A new podcast called Wisecrack, where stand-up comedy and murder take center stage. Available now. Listen to Wisecrack on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a tape-recorded statement. The person being interviewed is Krista Gail Pike. This is in regards to the death of a Colleen Slimmer.
She just started going off on me, but I hit her. And I just hit her and hit her and hit her and hit her.
On a cold January day in 1995, 18-year-old Krista Pike killed 19-year-old Colleen Slemmer in the woods of Knoxville, Tennessee. Since her conviction, Krista has been sitting on death row.
The state has asked for an execution date for Krista.
We let people languish in prison for decades, raising questions about who we consider fundamentally unrestorable. How does someone prove that they deserve to live?
We are starting the recording now. Please state your first and last name.
Krista Pike.
Listen to Unrestorable Season 2, Proof of Life, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And we're back. And during that break, so we were recording this on Wednesday around noon and just found out that Charlie Kirk was shot. That's really all we know at this point.
Yeah, at an event in Utah.
Yeah, that it was in Utah.
I mean, at this point, by the time you guys hear this, I'm sure a lot more.
Yeah, you know more than we do.
Obviously. We may sound a little caught off guard here because we're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And obviously, the gun situation in America is fucking horrifying. And yeah, this is really bad.
Anyway, what else?
Yeah.
What
Jesus
else?
Christ.
What a fucking...
Whoa.
I don't know. Without knowing what's happening, we're on such a fucking crazy trajectory right now as a country where I don't even know. I don't know where this goes.
We have talked about Trump wanting a thing to happen that will allow him to consolidate power or be more,
Yeah, but I think that happening in Utah of all states is a little bit different than it. I'm sure he would have loved something that that to happen in Illinois or something. But anyway, don't look online ever at things after
I'm not going to watch
grisly
it.
event.
My jaw is on the floor right now. We were literally just talking in depth about octopuses, and now we get that news, and it's just so scary. And obviously, not a fan of that man at all. But this stuff just cannot be happening. It's just shootings every freaking day in this country, and it just makes me sick.
Yeah. Well, it's the same thing too. Even when you talk about the Chicago, that sort of loaded mention of Chicago all the time that conservatives use. All you're really talking about too is just our gun problem in this country.
Violence,
It's not, although they like to just have it be coded for people of color, but ultimately these are all the fucking ills that we suffer because what is it, 1.5 guns per person in the United States or something like that? The ratio of guns to people in the United States.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's legalized school shootings, which is just like unforgivable. The fact that it just happens weekly and it's just a thing where you just never know, you know? It's just
1.2 guns per person. Yeah.
it's so sad. And for them to even talk about safety or anything is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, RFK Jr. is
my number one enemy.
You'd think he would be maxed out on bad takes for the month, but he recently said during a press event that school shootings weren't a problem when he was a kid, and then suggested that the real problem was over-medicating children.
Right.
These fucking boomer idiots, dude.
It made me so mad. And also, you know what? That concept of medication is such a generational thing. Like that older generation really has no knowledge about mental health and medication. Like I mean, Prozac to me saves my life. Like it changed my life overnight. And I when I saw him say that was the reason for an elementary Catholic school shooting was antidepressants, I was just like, how is this idiot like involved in anything? Like we're in chaos right now.
Yeah. One, I think a lot of things that generation fails to understand is like the relative, like the stability that people had then too. Like there was still the ability to have like a minimum wage job and like raise a family. And like those kinds of pressures are completely different for people now, along with social media and everything else that's happening, to just be like, it's the pills. And it's like, well, maybe it's your brainworm and the lead for you, buddy.
Yeah. But also, you know,
and
the big difference between when he was a kid and now is that guns are so much more prevalent. There are twice as many guns per capita. There were twice as many guns per capita in 2016 than there were in 1968. And that's risen sharply since then. So
do you guys ever have any hope of there ever being gun control?
I don't know. Yeah, I do. It seems so obvious, like such an obvious idea. I do think that when you look back over the history of, you know, how we've seen progress, there are these like things that are terrible ideas that everybody just assumes are hopeless, you know, just horrible situations that everyone's like, well, but they're never getting rid of that. And then slowly there's just like slowly, and then all of a sudden things shift. And
but
so
I mean, it's been 25 years since like Columbine,
I don't think
almost,
in our
right?
lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be any time.
And there's not even slight changes. Like, you know, my first thought is always like, how is it easier than getting a driver's license? Driver's license, you have to pass multiple tests. You have to study, like you have to take classes, like, you know, you have to be approved. Like it should be way harder than getting a driver's license. And you should have to do like mental wellness checks and like all this stuff to be given a license to have a gun.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, this administration's already done a lot to try and like, remember when like they took Mel Gibson's, they were like revoked his license and then that person got fired.
Right.
For being like, what are you enforcing our laws? I don't know. I mean, it's just every regulatory body has been captured by the industry that it's meant to regulate. Yeah. So anyway,
also,
what else?
Like, comparatively, they have really high levels of psych med prescriptions and consumptions in Australia, like similar to the United States. And they don't have mass shootings. Well, I feel like
once they got rid of their guns,
they had one and they took care of it immediately, nipped that in the bud, and now their children are safe when they just try to go to school.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. It's that Onion headline where it's like, you know, the incomprehensible or like
no way to prevent this.
Yes,
says only nation where this regularly happens.
Yeah.
All right. Well, one thing that does give me hope is the success of Zohran Mamdani in New York City. The idea that like somebody could break through with pretty like straightforward policies that, again, like I think you asked people before he ran and they would be like, no, like that can't work. And now he's dominating. Like, it's not just that he like eked out a victory. He is absolutely dominating the mayoral race in a city that is the capital of capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a problem for the billionaires. The latest polling has Cuomo down 15 points against Zohran Mamdani.
Yeah. It's getting pretty grim right now.
Yeah.
And I think, Zohran has basically been unstoppable since the primary, and there's nothing that nipple clamps Cuomo can do to kind of stop that. And
so there's that picture of him where there's like something going on under his shirt. Do we know? Has he ever like been asked about that? About the has anyone bothered to ask the important questions?
I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't brought that up. If you remember,
like
people, they're like,
thing.
"Yo, looks like he got straight up barbells through them shits."
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he runs a lot and he's got those little guards that you put up so you can keep the chafing away, but it bunched up. I don't know. But
we
at this
don't
point,
know.
The thing we do know is that Andrew Cuomo certainly has the backing of landlords and land developers in Manhattan.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, because Cuomo basically lit up like the landlord signal, like into the Manhattan sky, like some fucking shitty Batman thing, to gather the city's biggest landlords and developers to coordinate how to get him in office. And we've already seen like the White House dangle like an ambassadorship in front of Eric Adams to like induce him to like induce a dropout from him in the race.
Yeah.
We still don't know if that's successful because Eric Adams is like I'm in it to the end. Unless, he's probably negotiating something right now.
Right.
If he's, all these people are craven, tit for tat sort of transactional people. But this is from the New York Times reporting, quote, on Tuesday morning at roughly the same time that President Trump was opining on the radio about Eric Adams' bottom of the barrel poll numbers, a group of real estate leaders and business people gathered at the Pool Room, an exclusive event space in the Seagram building in Midtown Manhattan, to meet with former Governor Andrew Cuomo to help plot his path to City Hall. The event took place less than 14 hours after Jeff Blau, arguably Manhattan's biggest developer, and his wife Lisa, an investor, sent an email blast to members of their exclusive circle. What a fucking euphemism for oligarch circle jerk. Saying that if they did not take immediate action to support Cuomo, the election in November would assuredly won by Assemblyman Mamdani. This is from the email, quote, sorry for the late notice, but there's no more time for delay, discussion, or dithering. We must act decisively to ensure that the next mayor of New York is Andrew Cuomo, the only viable candidate with the experience, support, and gravitas to defeat Zohran Mamdani is Andrew Cuomo. So they're in a full-on panic, it seems like right now.
That also sounds like the time for discussion is over.
I think
like,
maybe because they're like, who do we get behind? Because that's the thing. A lot of people are like, where's the big money going to get behind? Is it
you
going
mean
to
the big money that was behind Cuomo already in the first place?
Yeah, but I think now they're really trying to be like, well, who's going to win? And what's a waste of money? And I guess that's where now this email goes on to say, quote, the time to act is now. If we fail to mobilize, the financial capital of the world risks being handed over to a socialist this November. We cannot and will not let that happen.
Like, that is just villain shit. That's
yeah,
just
100%.
Straight up, like, that's the thing you hear the villain say before they cut to, like, a giant plot to fucking kill Mamdani or something. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just very, I mean, I think, again, this is what class solidarity looks like, These people know in this landowner developer class that like the whole thing hinges on preventing people from getting into office that are going to do things like be like, we need like rent freezes. And we need to actually have affordable housing where the rent is fully controlled so people actually have like a consistent place to live or they're not getting gouged every year like things are now. And it looks like right now Trump advisors are also trying to find a position to offer Curtis Sliwa to also get him to drop out. So they're just basically doing everything they can to be like, guys, the only choice now is Cuomo or Zohran. If you have money, you are duty bound by class to vote for Cuomo.
Right. Meanwhile, Zohran keeps doing things that sound like they were, thought up at a meeting where someone was like, ooh, that'd be neat. So like this latest thing is trying to get FIFA to set aside some tickets so that people from host cities of the World Cup could actually like afford tickets to go there. as opposed to the way that it's set up right now. Is it sounds like it's like an unlimited surge pricing, where it's just like, I don't know, if there's a lot of people who want that ticket, the sky is the limit to how expensive it could be.
Yeah, bidding war, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, remember when Wendy's tried to do that? They're like, we're going to roll out dynamic pricing. Because like sometimes when business is slow, we'll lower prices to get more people to come in. Really? Yeah. No, the whole thing was it's good to charge people more fucking money. And as someone who is a rabid soccer fan and knowing that the World Cup will be played in like LA, their fucking website is like just completely unusable. It's like crashing. And like, the process is so convoluted. It's like you can enter a drawing to then be potentially selected for a pre-sale, and then you may get your. I don't even know what's going on.
There will be a golden ticket hidden in 5 chocolate bars, yeah. So he released a video talking about how we need to push back against this, and also doing like a couple little soccer moves. Like it feels like he was like, I also like want to do this video because I'm kind of nice with it, with the soccer ball sometimes.
And you know what team he supports?
I would venture to guess it's Arsenal.
You're damn right. You damn right it is. You damn right it is. There's just something about Arsenal, man. Like, you know, I think Alex Karakatsanis is also an Arsenal supporter.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
See?
It's all you talked about when he came on. We had to record a second episode because all you talked about the whole time when he came on was Arsenal.
It happens. The people with high intellects. I don't know what to say.
Oh, you like Arsenal, Miles?
Yeah, if it wasn't clear from my background, where
I was just guessing. Yeah, I don't know.
Miles' background is Arsenal. He was just kissing his wrists because he has an Arsenal.
This
tattoo.
Is Blair going on a blind date with me? Oh, so you like Arsenal? Yeah. Oh, did you know about that? I don't know, dude. You're just wearing the whole uniform.
You like Arsenal too? What? No, it's just you're wearing head to toe Arsenal, including soccer cleats. They're like clacking on the ground as you walk up to the table.
I lost my turf shoes, which are more sneaker like, so I had to just wear my soft ground cleat plate. Sorry.
I do admire the soccer fandom because you would never catch my ass waking up in the middle of the night to watch a game. Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Do you get activated for the World Cup? Like, does your Italian heritage come through and you
One
support
time when I was
Azzurri?
young, I was in Italy when they won the World.
2006.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much the peak. It's been downhill from there. I enjoyed the way the city celebrated very much, and the culture, the wine, and the streets. But I haven't been super involved.
But the games, not really.
I like if it's in the daytime, someone I know is passionate about it. I always support people's passions, but I can't say that I myself am wrapped up into it.
Yeah. No.
I do like the women's soccer, the U.S. women's soccer.
Yeah, it's the one U.S. team that actually does well.
Unrelated to your interest, but
yeah. No,
we like a winner, don't we, folks?
We do. We do.
Should we take a quick break and come back and talk about the movies?
Sure.
Let's take a break and come back and talk about the movies. We'll be right back.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paola Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians.
I would be the first immigrant mayor in generations, but 40% of New Yorkers were born outside of this country.
Artists and activists.
I mean, do you ever feel demoralized?
I might personally lose hope. This individual might lose the faith, but there's an institution that doesn't lose faith. And that's what I believed in.
To bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
There's not a single day that Paola and I don't call or text each other, sharing news and thoughts about what's happening in the country. This new podcast will be a way to make that ongoing intergenerational conversation public.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paola Ramos as part of the My Cultura podcast network on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When news broke earlier this year that baby KJ, a newborn in Philadelphia, had successfully received the world's first personalized gene editing treatment, it represented a milestone for both researchers and patients. But there's a gripping tale of discovery behind this accomplishment and its creators. I'm Evan Ratliff, and together with biographer Walter Isaacson, we're delving into the story of Nobel Prize winner Jennifer Doudna, the woman who's helped change the trajectory of humanity. Listen to On CRISPR, the story of Jennifer Doudna with Walter Isaacson on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
My name is Ed. Everyone say hello, Ed. I'm from a very rural background myself. My dad is a farmer, and my mum is a cousin, so, it's not,
What do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? I know it sounds like the start of a bad joke, but that really was my reality 9 years ago.
I just normally do straight stand-up, but this is a bit different.
On stage stood a comedian with a story that no one expected to hear.
On the 22nd of July 2015, a 23-year-old man had killed his family. And then he came to my house.
So what do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? A new podcast called Wisecrack, where stand-up comedy and murder take center stage. Available now. Listen to Wisecrack on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is a tape-recorded statement. The person being interviewed is Krista Gale Pike. This is in regards to the death of a Colleen Slimmer.
She started going off on me, but I hit her. And I just hit her and hit her and hit her and hit her.
On a cold January day in 1995, 18-year-old Krista Pike killed 19-year-old Colleen Slemmer in the woods of Knoxville, Tennessee. Since her conviction, Krista has been sitting on death row.
The state has asked for an execution date for Krista.
We let people languish in prison for decades, raising questions about who we consider fundamentally unrestorable. How does someone prove that they deserve to live?
We are starting the recording now. Please state your first and last name.
Krista Pike.
Listen to Unrestorable Season 2, Proof of Life, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And we're back. And I'd kind of missed this. I knew they had a Conjuring movie coming out that was supposed to be the final one. Came out last weekend. Blair, are you a Conjuring fan?
Well, funny that you asked that, Jack. I actually don't have a nervous system equipped for horror movies.
Yeah,
I already have enough horror in my head as it is. So no, I don't watch those. Are you?
No. But they're shockingly popular. No.
Do you, Miles?
No. I'll like occasionally like just be like, okay, what's the fuss about with this like certain franchise?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it just personality wise, I think I'm just naturally an anxious person.
Yeah.
So it's not entertainment for me to be like caught in like a fight or flight sort of thing, like even for fun.
Same with me, not even slightly. Also, I live alone and I often pop a 5 milli gummy to sleep at night. So you can imagine the combination. I'm not trying to combine with the Conjuring.
Your eyes bleed. Yeah.
I'll be crying out for the Lord, in minutes. Yeah.
I think that's part of it. I think the like deep Christian roots of America is part of like why people are so upset. Like, yeah, I kind of view horror movies more anthropologically than anything, where I'm just like, it's so interesting what people are so into.
I will say that one anthropological conclusion I have come to is that all my sober friends, because, for the rest of you civilians out there, a lot of comedians have extreme alcohol and drug problems and have to become sober. So many of my friends are sober and they all love horror movies because it gives them like an adrenaline rush.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
Like they all go to the movies and like watch them. All these like sober comedians, they get like a thrill from it. They really like it.
I really, once I got sober, I started really liking roller coasters again. Like,
really?
I was like, fuck, this is great.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it when I was a kid, and then I was like, man, this is so fun.
Right.
But so the Conjuring franchise, I think, is interesting. I think it has two of the like key ingredients for a horror movie to like do really well in America. One is that it has like some claim, like the Blair Witch thing, where it has like some claim to reality. And these are like based, as we'll, talk about in a second, heavy quotes based on a true story. But and then there's also a haunted doll, which I think we're obsessed with creepy haunted dolls.
Oh, Annabelle?
Annabelle. Mm-hmm. Annabelle is the source, is the demon center of the Conjuring universe. Like when I say that to people who are Conjuring fans, they're like, well, I mean, yeah, kind of, but
I never seen any of the Conjuring franchise, but I will say, Annabelle's been coming up a lot on my TikTok on Witch Talk, okay? A lot of rumblings about Annabelle.
Blair's telling this out of the side of her mouth. Telling us this out of the side of her mouth. Like, no, you didn't hear it here first. But
why are you calling me a hayseed? Wait, in what context is the Annabelle? You said on Witch Talk?
Well, I always do reveal so much about myself on
That's fine.
here.
I mean, I saw an article about someone was paying Etsy witches to put a curse on the president, but
really? Oh, yeah. I think that's like a really popular thing. It's part of girlhood now. But I just saw rumblings about it there because, I have been in a medium phase since my dearly departed brother. I've been really seeing the mediums lately, trying to get a convo in. And so I'm on medium TikTok, which bleeds into witch TikTok. And, there's a lot of fright, a lot of hullabaloo going on about Annabelle right now, prior even to the movie coming out.
What, in the sense that they're like, this doll is a bona fide conduit to the demon world or something?
No, yes, there was a guy like taking Annabelle around the country.
Yeah, and he died.
And then all of a sudden he died.
Yeah, we talked about that.
And then I won't even bring up Matt Rife like buying the house, and then they're all worried, like all the mediums and witches are saying that because he wants to turn it into like Airbnb, and all the witches are like, no, you can't do that. Like the couple that lived there were trying to contain the evil inside the house, and now it's going to be let out.
Yeah.
Oh, is the couple that is that Ed and that's like Ed and Lorraine?
All right, so
Ed and Lorraine.
Let's get into them. So first of all, I do just want to say the movie came out, it made $194 million worldwide in the first weekend, which broke the record for a horror movie opening set by It in 2017. That also doesn't include the $45 popcorn buckets shaped like Annabelle, the cursed doll. Like Annabelle sitting with like a...
Yeah, I don't want that.
You don't want that?
No, but it just...
Add it
I
to your
really
stuffy
do
collection?
feel like that...
Just have Annabelle sitting directly across from you this whole recording.
But that insane like box office money and success, I really speak to like how people just want to feel any other horror besides what's happening right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like a different horror. It's a different horror bone. Yeah. But yeah, so the Warrens are not great. The people who the movie is based on, they're played by Vera Farmiga and Patrick something or other. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. And the real couple were basically con artists.
Yeah.
This movie opens with, based on a true story, in this case, the Warrens' final case, which involved the Smurl family, whose West Pittston, Pennsylvania duplex is like, I feel like that fucks up the haunted house.
It's a haunted duplex. The unit next door is haunted, but this part of the duplex is actually completely spirit-free.
They chose only one of the units of the duplex.
Look, this spirit isn't that powerful. I can't haunt a fucking whole duplex.
Yeah.
Pick one unit of it.
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that because the spirit has some very specific preferences. And I think the spirit is unionized because, so it only is haunting, like, I guess, one part of the duplex.
Mm-hmm.
And what it would do is like kind of very specific lights on and off, stole items from them. According to Jack Smurl, he was sexually assaulted in the night.
By the
spirit.
Okay.
And Ed Warren claimed
that really sucks.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to get one of those fuckers in jail. Try and get justice from a ghost.
Exactly.
God, you're fucked.
Jesus.
Ed Warren said it was a succubus, but that did that. But before the Warrens got involved, the Smurls had reached out to the Catholic Church, as one does when they're facing this problem, who found nothing wrong with the house. Which, like, the Catholic Church is not like they'll do an exorcism.
All right, I'll bite.
Yeah. One priest spent 2 nights in the house and nothing unusual happened. They performed 3 exorcisms. Just like I didn't even know they did precautionary exorcisms. Where they're
like,
just
can you do another one? They're like,
Yeah,
I already did 2. Okay,
I'm
just maybe
so
3 for
tired.
the Trinity. Maybe
the Smurls argued that the demons ducked out during the exorcism.
Fuck you.
Ducked out.
This is the problem with this shit not being real science, because the rules to ghost hauntings are just too fucking malleable. Like, they're like, oh yeah, man, the ghosts are fucking around in here, bro. And like, I haven't seen anything. It's like, well, they fucked off while you were here because they didn't want to get caught, dude. That's
actually, so they did say that the ghosts actually avoided the exorcisms by traveling back and forth between the double block homes. So they
just went to the other unit?
They were using the duplex aspect of it. They were even, and this is kind of weird, they were visited by the actor who played a priest in The Exorcist. So not an exorcist, but an actor who played a priest in The Exorcist. He was also like, look, man, like I go to cons for like a living. Like this is like, and even I don't believe this.
I met you at that horror fan fest a few weeks ago. I mean, it must be, I wonder too, because work's kind of slow. They're like, yeah, bro, sometimes you just got to go where the money's at. And
absolutely. I don't blame him. I respect the fact that he showed up and was like, yeah, you guys are full of shit. Deuces. Thank you.
I don't even want to laugh and say this shit's not real, because I feel the same way about ghosts as I do aliens. It's like, it's not that I believe in them, but I don't not believe in them.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know for sure that they're not real.
Like rationally, logically, in the cold light of day, I'm like, this is stupid. And then like, if I'm like talking about ghosts and a light flickers, I will run so fast out of that room. Like, you know, it's just
like you saw Hot Sauce cross somebody up on the N1 mixtape tour.
Yeah, I do it like I just saw somebody.
I'm not going there without my hot cross buns.
There you go. Keep you protected.
One of the best.
I guess that's the thing.
On mixtape moves, the hot
culturally
cross buns.
In Japan, very ghost positive culture in Japan.
Yeah,
and I'm just one of those people who's like, I need the empirical evidence in front of me. Like, I need to get haunted for me to be like, oh yeah. Because I had one of my aunts. She talked about being fucking visited and shit all the time, and I'm like, but that's you. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of your thing in the family. Is you're really adamant about insisting about these ghosts, and like, how come they don't visit me? Why isn't my confirmation bias set properly?
Ghost is like a really I don't know, cinematic way of saying it. Because now that my brother died, who I was like so close with, and I know like his every thought, like what he thinks about everything, it's like sometimes I really can feel him. I don't see a ghost or something, but it's like there's like, I do believe in spirits, and I do think that as shit speeds up, like information wise and our planet and everything, that the veil is thinning a bit.
The veil,
like my hair.
Does your displeasure with Labubus have anything to do with just like any sort of, do you feel, because that is one of the criticisms that has been lobbed at Labubus is that they've like got some demonic influences.
Oh, really? That they can be vessels for for demons. No, that hasn't crossed my mind at all.
That's also the word on the elementary school playground. Is that
really?
Yeah. According to my 7-year-old, that they will turn their head and like give you a creepy look sometimes.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But like little kids are tapped into shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
You can't say.
Got a regular Haley Joel Osment.
Everyone's going to think I'm literally off my goddamn rocker after this episode. I need to get off TikTok. I mean,
I fuck with the spirit thing too, because especially after like I've had relatives pass away, close family, whether or not it's your confirmation bias, but you do see these things do feel like you're being communicated with. Like my mom has this one plant that it blooms like a very specific time of year, and it's like very like it's at night, and then it's like done. And when my cousin passed away, like on the 1-year anniversary of her passing, the thing like bloomed like sort of right at the time that she passed away, and it was super fucking wild. And for me, I'm like, I feel like, to me, I'm like, that feels connected in some way or another, provable or not.
Right.
Well, I think when someone close to you dies, you're searching for everything to be a sign. Yeah. But what I've noticed in this short time, like the last 5 months, is like there are a few times where I'm like, I just know. Like, it's very odd feeling. It's not even like logical. There's no logic to it, but you're like, oh, whoa, that was you, you know? Right. And then other times you're like, oh, is that butterfly you? I hope it's you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Back to the Smurls.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Because, so they've got a problem. Their name looks way too much like the Smurfs. It's really hard to like keep reading it and not reference that fact, but they'd gone to everyone. They went to an exorcist who's like, yeah, no, I did 3 exorcisms. There's nothing here. Went to an actor who played an exorcist, and he was like, I also don't believe you. And then he went to the Warrens, and they were like, ooh, yeah. So apparently what they would do is they would like show up to people's hauntings and get them to like sign the movie rights, like get them to sign the rights of their story over to them. And then that's hence this entire movie franchise. So they showed up and they said, yum, 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 yum. Gimme. And Ed claimed that the demon threw him back 10 feet.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's why you got to sign the rights to your story over to me, because I understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Wait, so the Warrens are the genesis of this series?
Yeah. So they would go.
Oh, I never knew that.
They go to a haunted. They're also the Amityville Horror, which like it's now been shown that the Amityville Horror, like the whole story was like concocted over glasses of wine, like as they were like trying, like the people who came up with the story with them in the first place were like, yeah, we were drunk and like did it as a bit, like, but that doesn't. Anyways, the Warrens then profited from the story, co-authoring a successful book on the haunting with the Smurls and a reporter, which was later turned into a Fox TV movie. And then now they just have this massive movie franchise that is supposed to be coming to an end, but people have their doubts because it ends with them being like, and we're going to pass this on to the next generation of investigators. And it like turns to their kids who are like famous actors who've been there the whole time. Yeah, the Amityville Horror case, which was later revealed to have been invented by the house's owners over several bottles of wine. That was also what happened. They showed up
over several bottles of wine.
Yeah, so the house owners were like, got drunk. We're like, we can't sell this house. Maybe we pretend, like, make it a big deal by claiming it's haunted. Got so drunk that seemed like a good idea. And then, like, the Warrens showed up and were like, okay, just sell the rights over to us. We have this publicity machine, and the rest is history.
I wonder if is the next generation that lady from that Nathan For You sketch, Sue, who was the ghost realtor.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, because I wonder.
Horror author Grady Hendrix pointed out that so many of the Warrens cases involved people who were in genuine distress, but sought the help of people who have no training and no clinical background, who show up, tell you it's a demon, and walk away with book and movie contracts. Because like this isn't going to be shocking, but Jack Smurl was believed to have been like delusional and like had to have surgery to remove water from his brain in 1983, like right after this happened. So.
Jesus. Oh, because he had meningitis. It looks wow.
Yeah.
What a wild.
So like he had a lot going on mentally, and they came through and were like, how do we
just basically yes and people in distress and then get the movie rights to their story.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah. If they place to send me back 10 feet, brother. Now, sign this. You will not see a dime of this fucking Fox film.
That's right. Blair Saki, always a pleasure having with you.
The pleasure is all mine, fellas.
Always a pleasure having with you. Always a pleasure having you on the show. This episode, obviously, a bit of a mind fuck.
Wild ride it was.
Yeah.
But we got through it together.
Yeah, we did. Where can people find you, follow you, all that good stuff?
Oh, thank you so much for asking. If you'd like to follow me, my name on all social media platforms, Blair Socci, BLAIR-SOCCI. And then I need to tell you about two very important shows that I would love to see the Zeit Gang come out for. The first is Wilmington, North Carolina, Dead Crow Comedy Club. Yes, and that will be in 9 days, September 19th and 20th. And I haven't been there and performed there in 5 years, so tell everyone you know around there. Then I'd love to see you. You know, it makes me so happy when I see the Zeit King and you guys come up to me at my shows. And then the next one is that I want to tell you about is October 7th in New York at the Bell House in Brooklyn. That will be my first time headlining in New York in 4 years. Ooh. I'm going to have my best friend Rosebud Baker on the show with me and lots of other famous people. So you really want to buy your tickets.
Her husband?
Maybe. We'll see.
An Arsenal fan.
And then
isn't Andy an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, he loves Arsenal. Yeah. He's like a big soccer head like you, Miles. Mm-hmm. And then I always say the nicest thing you can do for a comedian is buy tickets early, because then we don't have to stress out weeks leading up to the show and can just focus on comedy and giving you a great show.
There you go.
Yeah, come through, Wilmington. I know you're out there.
I love you guys.
Get out
Hope
there,
to see you. Yeah.
Wonderful. Is there a work of media, Blair, that you've been enjoying?
A work of media that I've been enjoying. Oh shit, you really caught me off guard here. No.
Good.
All right.
Is there a Tara Brock talk that you like?
Actually, I completely lied. I'm so sorry. I said no. What? It's just like I froze right there. But I want to say the Monica Lewinsky podcast. I have an obsession with Monica Lewinsky. Just how she has like made a comeback through being such a humiliated young woman through across an entire nation, from just disgusting adults as our whole culture. And now she's just thriving, and she has a podcast called Reclaiming, and she does a bunch of like amazing work. And I'm just such a big fan of her. So that's my media recommendation. Great podcast.
Yeah. Miles, where can people find you? Is there a work of media you've been enjoying?
Yes. Let's see. You can find me everywhere at Miles of Gray. You can also find me talking about 90 Day Fiancé on 420 Day Fiancé with Sophia Alexandra. Some work immediate, man. This fucking the Summer I Turned Pretty is taking over my house, and like a new episode dropped the night before. Her Majesty's like, it drops at midnight. She's like, I'm gonna watch it. And like people fucking came over and shit. I was like, what? I need to go to sleep. So I know I'm probably gonna be watching the latest episode. That's just kind of, it's taken over my entire home. So I'm just along for the ride. Love a bit of young adult romance. Don't we all? My other 40-year-old dudes out there, we love a bit of YA. And then I was actually shamed for me saying that I thought Jeremiah was cuter than whatever the other Conrad. Anyway. Doesn't matter. That's where I'm at. And I think, did I have a tweet? Let's see. A post that I liked. Was there one? Nope. I already did the one about, nope. That's it.
That's it.
That's me.
Just the summer I deserve to turn to be
the summer
pretty.
I turned pretty, man.
You can find me on Twitter at Jack_O'Brien, on Blue Sky at JackOB1. I enjoyed a tweet by Meredith at DIETZ_Meredith tweeted, I did subway takes and I said, I deserve to live. And he said, 100% disagree, and started chasing me. Both of us on all fours. I'm sending this from a moment of respite in a secret crevasse I found at 14th Street, Union Square, but I know I can't run forever.
That's hilarious. I need to follow her.
Yeah. You can find us on Twitter and Blue Sky at Daily Zeitgeist. We're at The Daily Zeitgeist on Instagram. You can go to the description of this episode wherever you're listening to it, and there at the bottom you can find the footnotes, which is where we link off to the information that we talked about in today's episode. We also link off to a song that we think you might enjoy. Miles, is there a song that you think the people might enjoy?
Yeah, there's a track by the producer, artist Blockhead. If you like Aesop Rock, that rapper, from back in the day, he produced a lot of his beats. I think most of them actually. Just put out a new track called Honestly I Haven't Danced in Decades, is what it's called, and it's like it's like a 5-minute track, and like the vibes of it shift throughout it, and it feels, I don't know, like the title just feels like
I like the title a lot.
It's an apt description of how what the song is giving. So this is Honestly I Haven't Danced in Decades by Blockhead.
All right. We will link off to that in the footnotes. The Daily Zeitgeist is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows. That's going to do it for us this morning. Back this afternoon to tell you what is trending, and we will talk to y'all then. Bye.
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 The Daily Zeitgeist is executive produced by Catherine Long.
Co-produced by Bei Wang.
Co-produced by Victor Wright.
Co-written by J.M. McNabb.
Edited and engineered by Justin Connor.
I'm Jorge Ramos.
And I'm Paula Ramos.
Together we're launching The Moment, a new podcast about what it means to live through a time as uncertain as this one.
We sit down with politicians, artists, and activists to bring you depth and analysis from a unique Latino perspective.
The Moment is a space for the conversations we've been having as father and daughter for years.
Listen to The Moment with Jorge Ramos and Paula Ramos on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I just normally do straight stand-up, but this is a bit different.
What do you get when a true crime producer walks into a comedy club? Answer: a new podcast called Wisecrack, where a comedian finds himself at the center of a chilling true crime story.
Does anyone know what show they've come to see? It's a story. It's about the scariest night of my life.
This is Wisecrack, available now. Listen to Wisecrack on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
On a cold January day in 1995, 18-year-old Krista Pike killed 19-year-old Colleen Slemmer in the woods of Knoxville, Tennessee. Since her conviction, Krista has been sitting on death row. How does someone prove that they deserve to live?
We are starting the recording now. Please state your first and last name.
Krista Pike.
Listen to Unrestorable Season 2, Proof of Life, on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
When news broke earlier this year that baby KJ, a newborn in Philadelphia, had successfully received the world's first personalized gene editing treatment, it represented a milestone for both researchers and patients. But there's a gripping tale of discovery behind this accomplishment and its creators. I'm Evan Ratliff, and together with biographer Walter Isaacson, we're delving into the story of Nobel Prize winner Jennifer Doudna, the woman who's helped change the trajectory of humanity. Listen to On CRISPR, the story of Jennifer Doudna with Walter Isaacson on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is an iHeart podcast.